Hi everyone, welcome back. Today's video is about the new reward premium tank. It is a tier 9 Italian medium tank which you can get after completing 40 stages of the battle pass, but you have to purchase the battle pass in order to get it. Although the crew members are free to get, but the tank you should purchase it with 3,500 golds, which is a little bit more than the usual battle pass, which costs around 2,500 golds. What you get is a tier 9 premium tank, which you could earn credits with it, which is very cool 3D style. But a lot of World of Tanks players disagree with the category that this tank belongs to. Most of them believe that this tank should be included in heavy tank category because of its size, characteristic, gun handling statistics. But we will see today how the armor model looks like, how are the characteristics of this beautiful tier 9 medium tank. And at the same time, guys, I really can't do a gameplay with this tank because I have to grind all the way to complete all the missions inside this battle pass. But I will make sure to make a gameplay as soon as I get this tank. Guys, in order to have a better understanding of the characteristics of this tank, I have compared this tank to the tier 9 German medium tank, which is the E50. Alright, starting from DPM, we see that the Felice has 2000 DPM. I know the playstyle of the Felice is very different from the playstyle of E50, because here you could trade, since it has a lot of alpha damage. So with E50 you are farming, it's all about DPM, but here you have big alpha damage, high caliber, and so on. So we have 480 alpha damage compared to 390 for the E50. Penetration wise, it's better with the standard, even it's better with the premium round, which has 310 heat penetration with the Felice. Alright, aiming time, it's understandable. In World of Tanks, the more alpha damage you have, the worse the characteristic will be, especially for medium heavies. So this is kind of understandable, but it should not be to this extent. As you can see, we have 0.4 dispersion compared to 0.29. Of course, Germans are the very well known snipers in this game, like Leopard, E50, and so on. And as you can see, gun handling wise, when moving tank traverse are really horrible compared to the E50. Guys, you have to put at least vertical stabilizer in order to fix such kind of thing, because believe me, you will miss a lot of shots. What else do we have? Although we have bigger caliber gun, 127, which theoretically you could overmatch a lot of 40mm sides of tanks, no matter what angle they are side scraping, which is very cool when you are trying to bully some of the lower tiers in the game. And at the same time, the shell velocity is in the favor of E50, but it has good shell velocity, 1000, which is good and acceptable. Now, talking about mobility for this tank, I would say it has an average mobility, 45 top speed, although E50 is very fast compared to the Felice, but I would say it is very okay mobility and it is playable. Even the ground resistance, it seems like it is worse than E50 for sure, but overall on the hard terrain you could achieve that top speed very easily. They have the same gun depression, 8 degrees, 1600 HP compared to 1750. Speaking about the weight for both of them, they are compared to a lot of heavy tanks, although they are medium tanks, but this weight is so massive. You could even ram a lot of tanks with such kind of weight, and believe me, that's why a lot of World of Tanks players think that this tank should be belongs to heavy tank category rather than medium tank category, but this is the mind of World of Tanks and Wargaming. They decide to put whatever category they want. Speaking about the camo, it doesn't have the best camo in World of Tanks, even though it looks good compared to E50, but believe me, both of them have the worst kind of camo compared to other medium tanks. Speaking about the view range, it doesn't have the best view range, 380 compared to 400 base view range in World of Tanks. So statistically, until right now, as I see, E50 is better in DPM, gun handling wise, mobility wise, even it has good armor. E50 is one of the best medium tanks right now in the game, but don't forget guys that this is a premium tier 9 medium tank which you could farm a lot of credits while you're playing with it. But is it really competitive as the E50? Well, until right now I don't believe so. I think E50 is still far ahead in this competition. Guys, before we dive into the armor model of this tank, I just want to mention that the gun depression, although it has 8 degrees of gun depression, but it's not all around, and even it has very annoying thing, as you can see. For example, at this angle it is not even an 8 degrees, it is 7.5, and as you rotate to the sides it becomes even worse until reaching 4 degrees. Believe me, it is very annoying in a lot of terrains. Sometimes you want to get enough gun depression, at least 7 degrees on the side when you are trying to shoot in different kind of terrains. It will be so annoying. You will not get a lot of shots very easily. And at the back it has only 3 degrees of gun depression. Any one of you guys who played Leopard will be annoyed when trying to shoot from the back of this tank, because it will be, I think it is better than Leopard, as I think, but still it is very annoying since you have 8 degrees of gun depression theoretically only on small parts of the tank. As you rotate even a couple of millimeters, guys, you will not have an 8 degrees. It is only in the center of the tank. Now, speaking of the armor, regarding the turret armor of the tank, it is very strong even when you are trying to shoot gold, although this is very low penetration values of the E50, but I'm speaking about the effective armor, which is 330. It's very amazing turret armor, although you have very prominent weak spot. The cupola of this tank is considered large. But speaking about the hull armor, lower plate of the armor, it is, guys, believe me, it will be easily penetrated by a lot of tanks, especially if they decide to press the 2 key, and you will get easily penetrated by a lot of tanks, even in the upper plates. Look at this penetration, 270 millimeter of penetration, easily penetrated even in the upper hull. Felice does not excel even at the side scraping capability of this tank. As you can see, guys, when you are trying to side scrape, you can easily penetrate it in the shoulders right here, especially if you are facing players who really know where to shoot, who really know how to penetrate such kind of tanks. Speaking about armors on the side on this tank, you have pretty much 50 millimeter of impacted armor in this upper side, and believe me guys, 50 millimeter will be easily penetrated by high caliber guns like 60 TP and E4, E3. It will be overmatched by at any angle you are trying to play. Guys, final thoughts for this tank. I think this tank is still playable, and I would not say it is very competitive. I would say it is average. There are a lot of tier 9 medium tanks in the tech tree which are better than this tank. Regarding the design, the style of the tank, it's very beautiful, it's rare. I think it's beautiful to have such kind of tank in your among other tanks that you have in your garage. But regarding competitive capabilities of this tank, gun handling wise, DPM, it's, believe me, it's not the best. I would say it is at the most, it is average tank. I don't really think it is very flexible. You can go here and there. Regarding the gun depression flexibility, regarding the play style of this tank, I would not say it is very flexible. It is really that tank that will flip and will come back in a lot of games and scenario. No, I don't think so. It's all based on your opinion. If you want to finish this battle pass and get this kind of reward, I don't really recommend it. If you are trying to get really competitive tank, if you think this tank is OP, no, it is not OP. If you think this gun is really good, no, it is, I would say it is average at the best case scenario. Alright guys, I hope you get something from this video, and I'm really sorry because I don't have this tank right now. I should be able to get it like in a couple of days, and I will make sure to make a special video on this tank. I will play a couple of games. Thank you and goodbye.